Hi, this is Toby, and today I'll be showing you some of the autumn colors that we're going to be experiencing for this year. And I have to say, it's been a okay year for growing these trees. I've had some losses, some pretty bad ones, some pretty bad losses, such as my Dishojo maple. I've only got cuttings of it left because a big one the roots got completely munched by some grubs. But let's look at the positive side and look at the autumn colors we're gonna get this year. So we'll start with my Acer palmatum. Now you can see that's a beautiful red. This always goes a really nice red each year. This one I've been developing, I think, for around, I'd say 4 years now. It's starting to look alright. You can see there's bark texture here. I'm just putting some moss here because it sprouted a root. If you can see, it sprouted a root. So I'm just gonna keep that alive and see what I'll do with it next time I repot it. Nice color. Look at that. Beautiful red. Now this is a Sengo Kaku, a non-grafted Sengo Kaku. But the autumn color on this is amazing. It's got this golden yellow color. It hasn't changed now, but you can see some of the leaves are starting to change to a golden yellow color, and I love that color. Old cypress, the one that I cut almost 90% of the roots off when I repotted this year, it's starting to change. You see the some color, most of it's still green. If we look at our cuttings, these have all changed. I'll make a video on these. They'll probably come out in spring. But these cuttings have changed color. We come here, my maple seedlings from this year's How to Grow Seeds from Stratification. The leaves are starting to drop now, but you can see it's got a nice yellow tone. My one I got from Mount Toma. Now this is amazing. Look at the yellow on this. Look at that. That's just an amazing yellow. I will make bonsai out of this, and I'll make sure I make something good out of this. Just look at the autumn color on that. Just very nice yellow on it. My pin oaks, second year in growing. Quercus palustris, some nice color. This is one I saved. It got scorched in summer and it's never leafed out again until spring. So lucky that this is still alive. Hasn't changed yet. Now I did have this snakebark maple, Acer capilis, or actually red snakebark maple, because the leaves got a nice red. And that did turn last year, but I don't know what happened with growing this year. It was growing well and then it kind of died back. It happens in summer every year. I think it might be too hot, but I keep it here in the shade. I think it's alright. It should survive till next year. There are some buds on it that look healthy, so even if the top dies, I can cut it off and it will grow next year. My Sengo Kaku, another non-grafted one, but in the ground. Now, if you look at it, it's growing pretty big. I'll show you how much it grew this year, but look at the color on that. It's a nice yellow color, but it only has that effect when I stand away. But if I come close, it's alright, I would say. You can see the leaves, it's a nice color. Now the branches were green in the summer, but you can see when fall comes, this is all this year's growth, in case you're wondering. This entire branch all the way down here, that is one season of growth. And if you look at the back, it's also red, so it only really changes color in autumn and winter. It'll get a lot more red. So here is the normal Acer palmatum. You can see it's coming kind of to the end of its fall colors. The leaves are falling off. You can see it's wrinkled. Still some of this nice red color though, especially here, some of that nice red color. I hope you can pick up on the camera just how good the color looks. That one hasn't turned yellow yet. I'm really hoping it does turn soon. There's one leaf it's a bit dead, but that's fine. You see it's starting to be a bit yellow in the center. Don't know what's happening with this one. Metasequoia is still no color change. My ginkgo also starting to drop now. My pin oak, you can see that color. It's really nice. The other one hasn't started changing. The seedlings, obviously, this one's been color for a long time and it's just starting to fall off now. Over there, not much. My ginkgo biloba American, I mean, it's kind of starting to turn yellow here. I wouldn't say it's really yellow, but it's starting to turn. It's already dropped a lot of its leaves. I'm hoping it will turn really yellow. The Sengo Kaku, some of it's turning a bit red. But yeah, that's not really how much going on. Hopefully I can still capture the other one turning yellow, but just look at that red. It's coming to the end, but it still looks pretty good. So the silver birch, the leaves have almost disappeared. my bold cypress. This has changed. You can see that nice gradient of colors. Look at that. Meadow Sequoia, this hasn't really changed. This year usually gets really good colors every year, but I don't know what happened this year. It hasn't really started changing. This maple is starting to lose its color. The leaves are all starting to fade. The non-grafted Sangokaku, it's slightly more yellow now, but it'll get a better goldish color. This Dawn Redwood, Meadow Sequoia, starting to change as well. Look at the color on that. The edges of that. My pit oak, that's really nice. Another Pixodium. This is Banzaides. It's got a pretty good red color to it. That one hasn't really changed. American is starting to lose all its leaves. Orangeola, it's basically lost all its leaves. There's still some hints of color left, but it's mainly gone. Inaba, nothing really going on too drastic, but yeah, just more nice red color on the bark. Yeah, so you can see that this has turned really yellow. If I just pick it up and move it around, like this is the pit oak, right? If I put it next to it, look at the color difference between it. I know it's not really picking up on camera. Also got this Meadow Sequoia behind it, so very autumn-ish feel. Taxodium. Let's put this guy back. Love this yellow color every year. That Taxodium is also turned. These Meadow Sequoias haven't really started to turn yet. This one is kind of starting to turn. We can tell this one has already turned. Look at that. Leaves are gonna fall off soon. Nothing really going over there. If I just zoom in, the Banzai's red, but nothing too much change from before. But yeah, so I think we're in our last bit of autumn color. Meadow Sequoia here, changing color again. This one usually has really good color each year. And I did take a lot of cuttings off of this. This one isn't. This color matches more of the one over here. It's a slightly darker shade of, I don't even know what you call this color. Brown, I guess, reddish brown, orangish brown. But if you look at it, very beautiful color on it. I really like this color. This red leaf Japanese maple, it's turned even more red, from a purplish red to a bright red. So that's what happens to the red leaf Japanese maples when they're under cold temperatures. Bold cypress in this one, almost leaves about to start to fall. The non-grafted Sangokaku, the leaves are starting to fall. This tree I pruned up, there's not a lot of leaves left. Meadow Sequoia again. This bold cypress, really good color. If you can see, so look at that, really good fall color. This pin oak also really good fall color. Again, this seedling's already dropped its leaves. My maple seedlings have also dropped their leaves. And if you come over here, there's not really that much left. Big one here, the big maple, I've also basically dropped all its leaves. American ginkgo, the leaves are all over the ground. There's a couple of yellow ones left, but not much. The little nectarine, that size leaves, it'll drop a bit later, but I'm going to now show you another fall color, some really nice yellows in front of my yard, so let's go over there and check that out. So believe it or not, this is actually the big wattle I have in front of my yard. Look at that nice yellows it has. Look at the colors on the flower, and it's just a passion fruit vine. Believe it or not, when I planted it, it was around, or when we planted it was around this tall. And this is all that's grown in one season. It's covered this entire area up in one season, so very good growth. But taking you here to show you the colors of this acacia, really nice. Let's bring a branch down. Look at that. It's got a unique smell as well, and that's where I got my seedlings from. But now let's go and head back. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'll end the video here. I don't think I'll record any more clips because I don't want the video to be too long, but I will have more interesting content coming up soon in spring.
I'm a bit busy now, and plus the plants aren't really doing anything because most of them are in dormancy. So I have a Schlumberger video planning to come out when everything's finished flowering, so stay tuned for that. And in spring, there's going to be a how to grow acacia from seed, a proper video that guides you through the different stages of growth for it, or at least different ways of germinating the seeds. So that's going to be very exciting as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you know, and that bell so you get notified when those videos come out. But thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and share this channel around, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.